Previously on VCR Party Live.
All right, we got George in the studio here. He has updates for us. He has a video he wants to show us.
He's standing by live in the creep cave, which we really need to set dress a little more.
So you gave me an assignment last week. You asked me to look for the host of Cat Massage, Mary Jean Ballner. I spoke with her today about an interview. She seemed a bit wary. She's watching tonight. Maybe she'll do something next week.
You know what's going through my head right now is everything that we've said so far in the show, and she's watching the show for the first time. Did we say anything bad? I guess I talked about your genitals of your...
For quite a long time, yeah.
So, can we call her?
I would not call her.
I'm going to say let's wait and see if she liked the show. We'll call next week, and then maybe we'll have a good conversation with her on the...
Hold on.
I'd rather not burn any bridges by an unwarranted
Yeah, there's
call
not
right
even
now.
a bridge yet.
How will it burn a bridge?
I'm saying we might burn a bridge here.
I've got a few other real quick things to show you.
Sure.
Hold on.
You're doing this to make George uncomfortable.
Oh, no.
honestly.
Hold on.
No.
That's his voice lighting up. Don't call her.
Hey, Mary Jean.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Joe from VCR Party. I'm here with Nick and George.
I'm sorry, who is this?
This is Joe calling from VCR Party. We love your massage cat video.
Oh, listen, guys, sorry, I can't talk, I'm driving.
Oh, you are right now.
That's
Okay.
why, yeah, I can't talk and drive.
We'll give you a call back, or George will give you a call back. Thank you. Hey, I'd just like to say I love the cat massage video. I use it to massage my cats. I love it.
Good to hear.
Yes.
Okay.
Awesome. Thanks, Mary Jane. I'll talk to you soon. All right, bye.
Wow, she seemed like a really nice lady who didn't want to get called.
Isn't bad. That went well.
No, unless she's now in the oncoming lane, having tried to hang up her phone.
VCR Party Live. VCR Party Live. At the end of the 20th century, a scientist saw a killer comet on his way. He filmed instructions for its destruction over a second-hand VHS tape, but then was hit by a Winnebago. So his assistants Nick and Joe must search every corner of his drone for the cassette that is only home. But in the meantime, they'll play the greatest hits they find. VCR Party Live. VCR Party Live. Melinda's.
Well,
hello,
Melinda's. Here we are, VCR Party time. It's Tuesday night. We watch VHS tapes. That's what we do on this show. We have like 13,789 of them now. We're trying to watch all of them. New ones show up at the door every single day. Oh, I'm Joe. There's Nick. There's George. There's Steve. We got some new ones from this tour that we were on last week through St. Louis and Kansas City. Remember this one, Nick? Watermelon carving?
Yeah.
Unusually specific.
I'm interested in that because I wanted to be a garnish maker when I was maybe 10 to 12.
How is that even a watermelon anymore? Like, that's not even a...
No, well, it's a sign of good carving.
Here's Beasts. Somebody gave us Beasts. It looks like a movie.
That looks cool.
Nick, I think this is another you video. A kid's guide to massaging dogs, unusually specific.
Yes. Oh, I was very excited to receive that one, yeah.
Yep. Here's the one. I
Maybe
mean, I think
George
we already...
can track down. By the way, I love the previously ons, but maybe George can track down the host of massaging dogs.
I was going to ask about the previously on. Let me just show this one first. I'm going to get into that. But we have this one. But look at this. It's Basketball's Amazing Rams, Slams, and Jams. I'm familiar with Slams and Jams, but Rams? What the hell's a Ram?
Got me.
Rams, Slams, and Jams?
Yeah.
Ram it.
Wrong
Well, that's
sport.
football, yeah.
Yeah, that's
I'm
that's a
familiar with
football
Rams
term.
in basketball. No.
It's just, I guess maybe it's just a third word that rhymes.
Yeah, I think that was it.
I wanted to talk about the previously on. George, did you ever follow up with Mary Jean?
I usually wait 4 years between calls.
And a
I think we're
pandemic?
coming up on it, yeah.
You usually
We're
let a
getting close.
pandemic come through first, and okay.
One, two, yeah.
She seemed nice on the phone. Like, we should just... Do you want to reach out to her again?
I'll look into whether I still have all of her contact information. If not, I will track her down again.
Okay. All right, let's
I
do it.
feel like she'll be driving the next time we call, too. So, always driving, Mary Jane.
She's quite the driver.
I got some tapes to show off,
yeah.
too. I got this one, which is a classic from 1982 from Kodak. This is a Meet Your VCR. I think I've shown clips from this before, but it's a great, this little creature this little hobo bug, I guess, is part of it. But yeah, this is like one of the earliest tapes.
Somebody should do like let's write our next book and we'll do the about the author photo as that little bug. That'll be the about the author
Okay,
photo.
all right.
Yeah.
It's worth writing a book just for that. Then okay, so we've seen the Super Bowl Shuffle tape, of course. Then there was the Grabowski Shuffle, which is Mike Ditka's follow-up to that, where he just picked working day people in Chicago, called them the Grabowskis. They made him do a music video for some reason. I had never seen this one, the Chicago 6 music video, behind the scenes in concert.
We have that. Yeah.
We did? Yeah, okay. So this is like we got the Blackhawks and then 3 Bears on there, too.
Well,
so.
and Walter Payton's playing drums. I think we actually have a web clip of Walter Payton playing drums.
Oh, nice. Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't remember this one. But and then finally, Nude Lawyers, which we could have used those when we were sued a few years ago. But
I tell you what, yeah.
Yeah.
No, we should watch that one with Anderson, our attorney. We should.
Yeah, I think these are his colleagues. I'm pretty sure. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's what I found. Should we get into a found footage classic, or Joe, do
Yes,
you
we
have more
should.
about the? Okay, let's do it.
You caught me with my pants down, but no one sells carpet or waterbeds for less.
On our sister show, Saturday Morning Cartoons, George is prepping an episode of with Mike Drucker, who's a longtime. He used to work for Nintendo and does a lot of video game related content. Wrote for Samantha Bee, all around good guy and video gamer. And we're gonna watch Pole Position, which that's based on the video game, right, George? The
Insofar
cartoon?
as it uses the same name. Otherwise, there's nothing else to.
Nothing to do
your
with
game's
it.
a windshield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll talk about that on Saturday. But in the meantime, it got me in the video game mood. So let's watch a little of a classic thing we call classic tape we found called Secret Video Game Tricks and Tips. Here we go. Notice it said Nintendo compatible games with an asterisk. They couldn't get the rights. I remember when we met the guy. They couldn't get the rights to any first-party Nintendo games, so that's why they're all the crummy games or the third-party Nintendo games. Yeah.
I don't think they could use the controllers either. They had to use one of those weird controllers.
To be able to select any
Those
level on Akari Warriors, when the player selection mode comes on the screen, type in this code.
And they couldn't show the unit.
Up, down, A, B, left, right, A, B, up, A, down, right, left, B, up, left, A, right, B.
This is the plot of the
left,
cartoon.
Right, A, left, up, A, down, A,
Still going.
right, left, B, press start. I'll do it slow for demonstration purposes.
Okay.
Up.
This is just so everybody gets this code.
Yep.
A, B, left, right.
I hope you kept the whole thing in.
B,
I did.
Okay, good.
I could
A,
zip forward.
down,
No.
What are the
right,
Melinda saying? Should I zip
right,
forward, or does everybody
left,
want to
B,
make sure they get
up,
this code?
left, A, right,
'Cause it does get you
B,
30 guys in Akari
left.
Warriors.
right, A, left, up, A,
Halfway there.
down, A, right, left, B, start.
Look at that U.S. national video game team.
The guy on the way right was our sound guy at a Milwaukee show. I forgot his name. But
And he said he didn't give him a jacket because he was like younger and wasn't actually on the team, so he couldn't wear the official jacket.
And didn't they only have 2 jackets anyway? I
Yeah,
feel like
but
they limited.
we created a reasonable facsimile using a thrift store jacket we found and awarded it to him when we met him.
Yeah, I'm sure he's wearing it right now.
Shane, I think his name's
Shane. Yeah.
Shane Olivo. Shane
Yes,
Olivo.
Shane, yeah.
I don't want one of those jackets. There were 2 different tapes. We have both, but that's the highlight. Is the extra long code for Akari Warriors.
Yeah, the Akari Warriors one. That's the highlight. So
yeah.
Steve, you selling out to anybody tonight?
I certainly am. I'm selling out to Melinda Jessica Hart. And let me do the wrong. Oh boy.
I know Jessica. She does the Opinionated Lushes podcast.
She's gonna want her money back too.
Boy, we're off to a great start. Here
No,
we go. Let's try
you
again.
do it for the flubs.
Yeah, it's sometimes. But anyway, so I'm selling out to her and her Opinionated Lushes podcast. It's where three best friends get together once a week to play a drinking game and talk about whatever is on their mind. They talk politics, society, movies, life, and parenting while being funny at the same time. She wrote in parentheses, at least we think we're funny. We could just be inebriated. I watched it. And I listened to it, and I thought it was great. I feel like it really is. You can get that they're friends. It feels like you are just there with them in the conversation. New episodes happen every Friday wherever you get your podcasts. Sorry, I was trying to change the view, and there we go. There we go.
What are we?
Another one. They also have a virtual drinking game you can play for free with your friends, no matter where they are, on opinionatedlushes.com, and check out their Patreon, where they have bonus shows like their pre-drinks episodes, where you can hear us pregame before the episode. So, yeah, it's
Nice.
a lot of fun.
Love those guys.
Yeah,
Yes, we
they're
met them
amazing.
at Toronto. Finally got to meet them in
Yep.
person. So, yes, they're super cool dudes. I love the name, too. Opinionated Lushes. That is a fantastic title.
It's a super fun
And
concept.
I love
Yeah,
the concept. Yeah.
Yeah, and so please support the Melindas that support us.
Yes.
I think we yes, thank you. And I think we lost George. He's having some technical problems and physical problems with his apartment.
I am. You hear me now?
Oh,
Yeah, we can hear you. Let's see you.
That's in the old camera that's not working. So I think.
Okay.
Are you going to be able to share stuff when your George
Yeah,
segment
yes.
comes along?
Yeah,
Okay,
yes.
you will be able to. Okay, so we're just not going to see you. That's fine.
Well,
I
let's
just
explain.
think
So
I'm really goth.
your camera isn't working, and your ceiling collapsed in your apartment, right?
Yes, I don't know if it was out of solidarity with Laura Wimbles, who, if you follow her on social media, her ceiling
Yes,
caved in.
it's a disaster. Yeah. Well, all right. Well, sorry, George. We hope you hang in there through the episode, but we'll enjoy your audio anyway.
Thank you.
All right.
And George, just going forward, just describe what you're doing when you're talking. While you're talking,
Pants
describe
way
what
off.
you're doing, what we would be seeing. Pants way
knees-
off, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's
Got it.
sounds like the same. All right. Let's get into what? Oh, funny names. You got?
Let's
any
do some funny names.
for
I got
us?
some funny names. Okay, exciting day here at Funny Names. Somebody sent something in saying that this one video had a couple funny names in it, and they were right. And you see where we're at right now. It's all the sucky letters. It's U's and V's and X's and Y's and O's.
Really painted yourselves into a corner on this one.
Yeah, I just don't know how much further. I mean, we're gonna have to dive in deep this summer to some of these
Yeah.
tapes. But this particular one comes from Davey Reaver. We have a lot of Davey Reaver videos.
Yes.
He does a lot of like Christian videos about Satan, and he does a lot of speaking. He's a Vietnam veteran. He had a grenade blow up in his face, and so so you'll see that. But that's not the funny part. The funny part is the name. That
I don't think
in the
anybody thought
credits.
that was the funny part, but.
I just wanna make sure.
100 after the grenade blew up in his face. Yes, all right.
I do
But
feel
know
like
I
it's
said
good when Joe caveats those things.
Oops.
With his sense of humor.
Okay. All right. Here it is. It's called like exposing the satanic web or something like that. Here we go.
Yeah.
We lost George again, but all right.
There he is.
I'm Dave Reaver. For the next hour, we're going to be presenting to you on video some of the most bizarre and unbelievable things that we have ever presented through television efforts. Today, we are compelled to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help us God.
They could have used some music right here.
Mm-hmm.
It's very real.
By the way, I looked him up. He's still around. He's still speaking at schools to teens, and he has gray hair now. Like he has gray
That
hair.
makes sense.
Yeah. And he lost a lot of weight.
Oh, good for him.
I'm Dave Reaver. Thank you for being part of this program today.
Here it is. Coming up. It's not one, but we got two. Not Pavoto. Pavoto's not funny. Karen Crump.
Oh, Karen Crump, definitely.
And Pat Titsworth.
Yes. A twofer.
Yep.
Twofer Tuesday.
You heard the double bell ring on there?
Yeah, I
So we
did.
got Karen Crump over there at K, and then honorable mention. I couldn't squeeze in Pat Titsworth because Scorchy Taws is there. What's funnier, Pat Titsworth or Scorchy Taws?
Ooh,
What about Phil Pringle?
What about Phil
Does
Pringle?
Well, couldn't Pat take the P?
Oh,
or does it have to be the funny part?
Is Pat Titsworth funnier than Phil Pringle? Sound off in the message boards.
Absolutely to me, but yeah.
It's no Quetzal, but it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, let us know if Phil Pringle's funnier than Pat Titsworth.
Yeah. By the way, I think that's an official liquid unit of measurement, a Titsworth. I think if you
how many Titsworths in a hogshead?
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody I don't know metric, but all right. Wow, big day for
huge
funny
day.
names.
Yeah, we got that K taken care of. So
huge. Hey, I wanted to mention our Patreon. We don't hit home too much about this, but
we don't hit home too much about this.
I guess I don't know what I was trying to say with that. But we don't highlight this too much that directly, but in other words, hit home. But this helps us keep the show going. I mean, we do put work into the show. It doesn't always work out. I mean, tonight's one of those examples, but we put a lot of work into it, and that helps us keep. That's the only thing that helps keep this going, because we don't really get paid in any other ways for doing it. But what I wanted to mention is a lot of people say, "Hey, when are you going to get back to the studio?" A lot of people have asked us that, and we need to upgrade our equipment, and so the Patreon will help us do that. And we thank you for your comments too about the measure of a Titsworth.
I always try not to read the comments whenever I'm talking because they're always funny, and I don't want to distract myself from the
Yeah. Well,
anyway,
we don't want to hit home too much about the comments, but the Patreon is the sole thing keeping the show going. It helps us make it worthwhile to keep doing. And 4 or 5 years into it now. And anyway, if we can get a boost on Patreon, I think it'll really help us be able to upgrade and do like one show a month and do some specials from the office again, which I think is fun, and we're all together. So that's the idea.
And by the way, like when we did the in-studio stuff before, our setup was it was taped together with masking tape. Like it was just like we were using old iPhones plugged into the wall, and then just with like old software, and then it was just barely hanging on by a thread. So we could go, but we talked about like we could go back to that, but all that equipment is even older now. So we have to upgrade it. Yeah. And I mean, just like the previously on, it's way more. It's like the laughs are. I think the laughs are like a 42% increase whenever we're all in the studio together. So
now when we're on tour, it's very convenient to do it here over the StreamYard program we're using. And Joe, obviously you've been in Wisconsin, you're doing it from Jakester's basement today, so but I think once a month we could commit to doing that if we can get the Patreon up. So please join us, help be part of the VCR partiers, and you get a bonus episode and a bunch of other exclusive stuff, and you can help us be at the studio again. So that's it.
The math, we've been doing it for over 6 years.
God, what did I say, 4
to 5?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, you didn't hit home with that one.
No, I did not. All right.
Well, thanks for hitting this home tonight, Nick. It's good. We should hit home with this more often.
Yeah, anytime. All right, let's get into flying windows. We'll stay home. More content from Toronto. We actually got to meet the folks behind the WOC archive, that's Without Commercials archive. And man, they've got a good setup. It's just 10 hours a day digitizing taped off TV tapes that they found at
these guys work hard.
Thrift stores. And now they have a keen eye for flying windows. Here's one from the CBC's 50th anniversary broadcast, and the windows stack on this one. They kind of pile up. So, yeah.
Here you see girls taking guerrilla training. This is the staging camp for men of the Royal 22nd
It's like a deck of
Regiment.
windows.
Yeah.
Turned cold in Spring Hill this week. Helping the president to make decisions is the...
Ooh, is Knowlton Nash a funny name? I don't know. Maybe not funny enough.
Knowlton, Nash.
I think the bar is pretty high now. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a Pat Titsworth in
He's
the
not.
mix.
He's
What are
not
you
gonna.
do?
And he's not gonna replace Karen Crump. That's for sure.
No.
I don't even think he's worth half a Pringle.
His reputation out of the Soviet Union with the... Mr. Nixon will not talk belligerently.
Mark Phillips, CBC News, London.
For the Journal, this is Ann Medina in Davao in the Philippines.
Over the years, CBC has built one of the world's finest information networks.
Shuffle them together
with outstanding domestic and international
And then
news
they deal it,
correspondents.
and they get This is Peter Kent for the Journal in Washington. For CBC News, I'm Russ Patrick in Kathmandu, Nepal.
Sean Murray, CBC News.
Pat Titsworth, CBC News.
Brian Stewart, CBC News in northern Ethiopia.
I mean, look at it, we got 3 stacks.
They don't know. Yeah. It seems kind of disorganized, actually.
And now look, that
CBC's
becomes a
news
flying
and
window.
information programs have become
But we're
part
not
of our
done yet.
national way of
Now
life.
another window flies out.
Boy,
Another one.
Wayne's got a full night. She's got an all-nighter ahead of her.
Yeah, our official window counter. To be burning the midnight oil.
She'd be wiping sweat from her brow.
Yep. Wow. So thank
What if
you.
she has like a little hand counter that she uses? Like,
Oh, yeah, like going into a baseball game kind of thing.
yeah.
All right. So thanks to WOC Archive. Give them a follow on Instagram. Great flying window content tonight.
Good stuff. It's ravioli time. Let's hop into them.
Come on, let's see your raviolis. Show us 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 your raviolis.
You know, when the windows fly in Canada, they always apologize afterwards.
Oh,
They
is that
think
what
it's
they
a
do?
little. They think it's a little too showy, so it's like they fly and they're like, "Sorry."
Yeah. They're very polite windows.
It
Yeah.
is. They are. Yeah. All right. I've got 2 I'm very excited about. Joe, what do you have?
I have, well, you remember last week, for Exciting or Not Exciting, I played this video, Grandpa Bowling Keep, right?
Mhm.
And now this
I'm
is
curious
this is
to
what,
see what's on it.
yeah, so this is one of those compilation tapes that somebody, just kept in the VCR and recorded in EP mode whenever, their shows came on. In this case, Grandpa would record bowling for the most part. We're going to see more of what Grandpa recorded on. So I feel like this could be another one in our our category of like bunion surgery. There's like 3 hours of cartoons and bunion surgery, and then what was it? Oh, the Scrappy Rat mixtape.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yep. We should
that
watch
one.
more
So-
of that again. Yeah.
Yeah, and so Grandpa Bowling it keeps delivering. This is we're going to see another little peek into Grandpa's world.
Great.
We're going to start off with that. We're going to finish off the bowling match that we saw last time between the guy who had the farming accident in 1972.
Who could forget?
Right.
Yep.
But that's not the funny part.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Nick. I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, here we go. Here we go. Benke. He's a man. That's a man too. Like he's a man. Farming
classic,
accident in '72, and then he wins bowling champ. He doesn't win this bowling championship, but I'm sure he's won others.
Buzz cut. Can I check my haircut?
And there's Putzer against when we talk to Leroy Bornhop, we're going to talk to him this summer. I'm going to ask him if he knows Putzer or Bernke. Maybe we could watch this with him too.
And you know how occasionally we have our lower thirds come up, like they just put them up now? We should make them look like this with the bowling ball on one side and the pin on the other.
It's pretty cool. So the whole bowling match was recorded, and it was really boring. But one thing I noticed is that Dave and Wilmer would always high five after every single time they would go back and forth. So I just captured a few of those. There were way more, but
sportsmanship.
Look at the sportsmanship. Look at
Slide. Or nice ball there for another one.
I mean, Putzer's destroying.
So both
this whole
men
game.
and we are moving right first strike here with a pretty good cheering section. A little smile on his face.
See, look at that.
Yeah.
So they'll total a 201 in our third.
So now we jump into a commercial.
Stops on Tic-Tac-Toe when host Jim Caldwell welcomes two contestants who fight for their chance to win big money and super prizes. Jim Caldwell brings you the hottest half hour on television, so stick with the winner.
Is the hottest half hour on television Tic-Tac-Toe? Nah, it's maybe hot, but it's not the hottest.
That theme song is hot.
Yeah, it is. And there was that animated dragon that would come out. Wasn't that the one?
It
Maybe
was.
I'm thinking
Thinking of
Joker
Dragon
Wild.
Strike.
No, I think he's right. I think there was a
Yeah.
dragon. in
And I thought Wink Martindale was the host, but that must have been the later host.
No, this is Steve Caldwell.
Okay.
On Tic-Tac-Toe. Tic-Tac-Toe, weekdays at 3:30 on TV2.
George Gravis makes the weather clear even when it isn't. Join him weekdays at 5, 6, and 10 on TV2 Action News.
There's a lot of these things, these types of bumpers that I just love.
Those are fantastic. Yeah.
Gary Bryce on trial for attempted escape tonight at 6 on Action News.
Bring in Willie Benke. Willie, guess kind of a slow start for you, but you came on strong at the end.
Well, I'm satisfied. A couple 10 pins hurt me a little bit, but they bowled real well. And it's just too bad I disappointed all the fans that I had here. But
You did have a vocal.
Okay, so all of a sudden it stops. Look what's taped now. Oh.
And now, Guiding Light.
I think Grandma was taping over some of his bowling.
Oh, Grandma's stories. Well,
Yeah.
Grandpa could have liked Grandma Keep. Is that what you said, George?
Yeah.
Could have been. All right.
Grandma stories keep. Yeah.
This portion is presented by Puritan Oil.
Who is? I've heard enough of this. It's David, isn't it, Suzette? Isn't it?
But I just can you imagine Grandpa's wanting to watch this Putzer versus Benke match, and then all of a sudden this happens? He must have been livid.
Yeah.
When a theater owner cast his wife in a play, was it an act of love or vengeance? Find out on the next session of Divorce Court.
Divorce Court, Wednesday, 3 p.m.
A bishop is honored tonight at 6 on Action News.
Diane Darnell is having
Well, I
an
gotta
asthma
tune
attack.
in. The bishop was honored.
That sounds like an Urban Dictionary thing. I gotta go honor the bishop.
Fun. We'll have to tune in. They're honoring a bishop. I remember this commercial.
Do you? I feel
Yeah.
like it's a George's deathbed vision.
Diane Darnell is having an asthma attack. She can't blow out this simple match. For occasional attacks, try Primatene Mist. In as fast as 15 seconds, Primatene restores free breathing.
You remember this one?
Yeah.
Steve, did you guys get that one out east?
We did.
You did get cheese.
Yeah, I
Glazed?
was like, I would eat broccoli if they covered it in cheese like this.
Yeah, well, that's how our family served it. It was covered in cheese. What doesn't this tape have?
Got everything.
Make your meal sing with real cheese.
Okay, now here's the end credits for Guiding Light, and this is some of the best end credits I've ever seen.
In Guiding Light. Fashions provided by Lily Rubin Salon, South Southwest, and Barney's. Jewelry by Miriam Haskell.
Still stuck.
Yeah.
Be sure to be with us tomorrow for another full hour of Guiding Light.
Did you see the name Longhammer?
Yeah, I did. I was
Oh.
going to bring it up, but I
Yeah.
didn't want to distract from
Pamela.
the. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a. Can we add that? I mean, we could probably add that, right? Yeah, Pamela Longhammer.
That's pretty good.
Well, unless that's like a Native American name, then it's
Chuck
not.
Drinkwater's in there. We allow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Don't discriminate against that. Wow.
No,
All right. Well, I love seeing more of Grandpa Bowling Keep. So.
There's 3 hours of it, and I've only watched maybe like an hour and 15 minutes, so we still got a lot more left. So.
Well, we've talked about that in the 80s. They were just trying different ideas about VHS. Obviously, this is before you could really have interactive entertainment, but they tried. They had VCR board games. We've played Rent a Friend. We've played the Video Boyfriend. This is one that was on our shelf of newly acquired. I don't know where we got this, but it's called the Video Psychiatrist. Talk to Me, your interactive home video psychiatrist. Why me? But this is like serious. It's mostly done. It's mostly this person just reacting, the psychiatrist reacting and saying, "Tell me about what's bothering you," and then just going, "Mm-hmm, mm-hmm."
It's
for
rent-a-friend, basically,
for a
right?
half hour, right, but less goofy. Like he's not really saying much. He's more just listening to whatever poor sap decided to use this as their psychiatrist back in the day. So I watched this whole thing, and in total, I watched it, and we have a pretty keen eye for, was it a joke? No. This was intended to be serious. When you watch it in total, there's just a lot of dead air. I included the parts where he reacts, and to me, he just becomes creepier over time. So here he is, the video psychiatrist.
But
Yeah?
also, wait, before you throw to it, like they wanted it to be a serious video, but then look
Yeah.
at the cover is just why me?
I
With,
know.
like a guy's
Yeah.
it looks like a wacky, funny,
Yeah.
but they want it to be serious. Okay.
Well, anybody who needs a psychiatrist is like must.
They're
be
always saying, "Why me?"
Yep, exactly. All right, so yeah, here it is. Here's video psychiatrist cut with just his reactions. Oh, and this one says for preview only. So I don't know if this was ever like officially. Maybe this was never officially released, and we just got like the
We might have
version
the
they're trying
exclusive.
to sell to distributors. I don't know, but all right.
Hello. Welcome to the home psychiatric session. My name is Jack Hanrahan. Now, you know, everyone has problems in their lives. I've certainly had my share. However, it seems that when we have these problems, quite often, for one reason or another, we can't find that good friend to listen to us. Or we simply can't afford the high cost of professional help. Well, that, putting it simply, is why I'm here. And the rules are quite simple. One, I want you to answer every question I toss your way. And I want you to answer it out
Do not
loud.
get distracted
just
by
as
my
if we're
moose
having a
knuckle.
normal conversation. First of all, I'd like to hear something personal about yourself. Your likes, your dislikes, your relationships, your family, your job. Start anywhere, and let's hear it.
Okay, answer at home, Melendez.
What was the question?
Your likes, your dislikes. Tell me about yourself.
Oh,
your job.
I like tedium. I like filth.
More, please.
More.
Excuse me for interrupting you, but you've given me enough information about yourself. Now let's get to the heart of it. Let's get down to your problem, please. I want to hear it. Start anywhere.
George, you take this one.
Well, I guess it started with my roof
I
collapse.
sense you got a deeper feeling about that, and you're afraid to open up. I mean, you're
I
with a
don't want to
friend
open
here.
to the sky.
I'm not going to blow your cover. Open up. Let me hear it. Run that by me again.
I love Songer.
Whoa.
Not what you said.
What a breakthrough.
What I want you to do is give me a verbal list of all the negative factors about yourself, the things you don't like about yourself.
Steve, take
Don't
it.
hold back. Let it all out.
How much time you
Nail
got?
yourself. Mm-hmm.
I feel like it'd be easier if Joe answered for me.
All right, now observe silence for this last part here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Nail yourself out. Things you don't like about yourself. Don't hold back. Let it all out. Nail yourself. Mm-hmm. You're holding back. Come on. Okay, now you're on the right track, huh? Come on. Get it out. Get it out. Yeah, that's more like it. Come on. Yeah, I want to hear more of that. That's it. Now you're talking. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Well, that's about all the time we got left for this session. But you know something? I feel very confident that we've made some tremendous gains. So long for the home psychiatric session.
Oh, I feel way better.
Yeah, you just unburdened yourself of that. Now imagine 35 minutes of that, of him just going, fake writing things down. I mean, that was, yeah, it's a lot of tedium, but some creepy moments.
We should do an EP mode with that one, and we should take it seriously. Like, let's not do it as a joke. Like, let's do it as a
Okay.
real thing. Yeah.
We'll be the ones saying, why me?
Yeah.
All right, that was our interactive home video psychiatrist.
That's good stuff. You think that has a chance for Volume 11? You think that's good enough?
I think it's always fun when people can interact with the, in a live setting. So it might be fun to try it out.
Yeah. Okay, so were we talking about this last week? So Mike sent this in, and there's this thing. I don't know. It's such like an esoteric TV thing where promotional videos for like Seinfeld or Simpsons or something will edit it together. We'll edit the promo together so that they talk back to the narrator, where they're like, "That sounds like a lot of fun." Like the person on camera will say, "That sounds like a lot of fun."
Seinfeld's now at 5:30 and 6 every day on WIGN, and then Kramer would be like, "You got that right, Jerry."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you know what I'm talking about with that. And then so Mike wrote in and he said, "This trope has been brought up a few times recently on the show, and it's one that has always annoyed me too." So there are other viewers out there that get annoyed by this. He said, "I only had to search for a minute or two before I found a bunch of them." So he sent me 5 of them. So we're going to watch 5 talkback promos for a bunch of different shows. Here it is.
New episodes.
Holy cow! This is something that comes about once in a lifetime.
All this week on Seinfeld. Tonight at 11, only on the
This is something that comes back. Yeah.
WB11.
Get ready. The best of turtle power is here. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
You mean like we gotta keep doing it till we get it right?
Right.
Correctamundo.
Today at 4:30 on Channel 11.
Yeah.
Fresh new Seinfeld episodes for the first time out of prime time. All this week.
High five.
On Seinfeld.
Tonight at 11 on the WB11.
Get ready for even more Simpsons. Because now the Simpsons are on twice a day.
Yes!
It means 2 times the fun.
Excellent.
Double the hijinks.
I hear you loud and clear.
Twice the laughs. Multiple merriment. Woohoo! Everyone's getting excited about the Simpsons. Now with 2 big episodes every weekday.
Fresh new episodes. All this week. It could be more perfect. On Seinfeld.
Well, you missed the talk back there. What did you say, Nick?
Just it was always in syndicated ones because I think they had local people editing it, and they're just like, "Oh well, I'll just do it the way everybody else does it."
Yeah.
Fresh new episodes. All this week. It couldn't be more perfect. On Seinfeld.
Tonight at 11 on the WB11.
George was saying it couldn't be more perfect that 2 episodes of Seinfeld were aired every day, right?
Exactly. Okay. He was responding to the narrator. Yeah.
Got it.
So
did you edit a bunch of these episodes, our episodes, that way? Where it's
I thought that we should. Yeah. Coming up on VCR party. Yeah.
And then it cuts
that
to
right,
Nick
George.
saying, and Nick saying like, "It feels like I have to poop," from the serial insertion.
That's right.
Great. That would have something to do with let's try it. All right, George, that's your assignment.
Isn't it weird that Nick actually said that on a show? It feels like I have to poop on a show. You actually said that on a show before.
Well, it was your birthday. So special occasion. It all makes perfect sense for a VHS-based comedy show. All right, here's what I've been wanting to edit for a while. We've had this tape. I watched like the first part of it while I was digitizing it. I'm like, oh, this is going to be a clip. I spent about 2 hours today watching the entire 90-minute comedy program and cut together some highlights. It's a work in progress, but it's called The Bad Girls of the Bible. And Liz Curtis Higgs is a religious author. And she goes and does talks at, and still does, I believe, at churches mostly. And she writes religious books. This is a talk she gave about her book at a church. I believe she's from Pennsylvania, but kind of has a southern accent. So are there parts of PA like that, George?
Oh, yeah. Western Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Not Pittsburgh, but even north of Pittsburgh has a southern accent.
Okay. But she's definitely in the mold of like wanted to be a comedian and couldn't be, so she found a captive audience. We've played Dennis Swanberg on the show before.
And we're going to later this episode.
Okay. And I feel like she is in that same mold of like maybe a female Dennis Swanberg. So
nice.
Here we go. I'm excited for you to see the woman with 3 names, Liz.
Liz Curtis Higgs here, inviting you to spend the next hour with us laughing and learning about those bad girls of the Bible. Get ready for women who were bad to the bone, bad for a moment, and bad for a season, but not forever. Well, let's dive in and meet our first bad girl, Eve. I mean, badness had to start somewhere, right? She just had the one commandment, and it was a diet.
You get
I'll
it?
get it.
And
What was it?
I am convinced it was not.
Don't eat the apple.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I am convinced it was not an apple or a pomegranate hanging on that tree. No, baby. It was Godiva chocolate. I guarantee. The snake was definitely a he. Not an it, not a she.
I
he.
definitely think they're sweetening
I-
the laughs.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
They sound distant. Yeah.
Yeah.
They cut away though, and they're doubled over. I just think they're, there's that thing when you're in church, everything's funnier. Maybe that holds true.
I still think they're sweetening it. I think they're
I think there's
mild chuckles.
the amount of laughs that you hear sounds like it's a huge auditorium. I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like there's that many people here.
He. I have an 11-year-old girl. Will you pray for me? It would be a little easier if she hadn't hit puberty when I hit menopause, but I mean, let's face it, what woman does not like to go out to eat?
I wasn't going to eat it. I was just going to taste it.
Boy, was that one juicy apple. You just bake it at 350 till it stops moving. It's not that hard. Well, I threw the gold in the fire and out came this calf. Three women were bad to the bone. Come to bed with me. Ooh. Ooh. He was a stud muffin, okay? Why, Delilah? As my mother-in-law, who grew up in the hills of Kentucky, says, well, smell you. I mean, they were just brand new Christians. You know how brand new Christians are. They're like puppies.
You guys know who brand new Christians are, right?
Oh, don't get me started.
Yeah. They're like puppies. His humor speaks to me.
He said yes. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, ta-da! Duh! Fornicator!
Okay, there are a lot of people.
Saying thanks for
Yeah.
joining us and God bless.
Bad
Oh,
Girls of the Bible.
Great
There
edit.
it is.
Great
Thank you.
edit there.
And
Yeah.
there's good news. We have her follow-up tape, Really Bad Girls of the Bible, too. So there might be even more from Liz Curtis Hansen. I don't know what her name is.
Longhammer.
Longhammer, that's right.
She is the Swanberg. She is total Swanee. She went to the school of Swanberg, or maybe
Yes.
Swanberg went to the school of her. But
Yeah.
it's totally. I have the Swanberg thing. You want to play it? You want to do back to back two first?
Sure, let's do
keep
it.
the raviolis going. So this is our buddy Johnny Gillette. He edited for us in previous found footage shows. He got a hold of a Dennis Swanberg tape, which we also did on this last trip, still in the shrink.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, he's he's not that funny, but he sells his jokes like he's funny. So
And he does impressions, too.
yeah, and so this is Johnny's distinct editing style of his interpretation of Swanberg.
Okay.
I mean, it's sucking it. Honey, okay, I try to do everything, okay?
It's biblical.
And I try to do it all, okay?
I said, well, you better hold on to your man, baby. You better hold on to the big swan. Better keep me, baby. I'm God's gift to you. It's biblical. It's biblical. It's biblical. It's biblical.
Has anybody seen Thelma Lou? Whenever time you see a pretty girl, it does something to your pacemaker, makes the garage door go up. I learned how to cry.
Lady, who cares?
Choir people, when they get ready, they just go. Just take on off.
I had a 6-foot piece of toilet paper on my shoe.
Johnny, he's killing too.
Yeah.
Don't squeeze the Charmin.
I like that good version.
I do too. That was a good play. Yeah, I have more Swanberg that I'll play next week. But
Okay.
yeah, Johnny went to town with that.
It's fun to watch people's different editing styles because our philosophy is always like, the clips sort of speak for themselves. They, we don't have to do much. Present them, give themselves enough rope to hang themselves, with. And but I like occasionally seeing other people's interpretations. That was fun.
Yeah. Fucking around with. So I had an idea. So here's an idea. We do tournaments. We do. What did we do? We did the cough off, where we had the best coughs against each other. What about a comedy showcase, comedy laugh off? Let's do a comedy laugh off with all VHS comedy people. You got like Swanberg. You got Triolo, Songer, and now this new lady. Have her in the mix, and we have a comedy laugh off, and each comedian will go funny bone to funny bone to determine the chuckle champion.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
The funny bonament.
Funny bonament. That's it.
Oh no.
Yes,
no.
the funny bonament. Yes, let's we got to do the funny bonament. Is next week good? Do we have something planned for next week? Can we do the funny bonament next week?
We could. Yeah, we just have to find a comedian to judge. So
yeah, we
I
need
don't know. Kurt Brownell maybe, or
that could be fun.
Emmy Blatnick's always fun to have on.
Yeah. Let's have Emmy. Yeah.
All right, we'll make some calls. We'll see if we can get a funny bonament going next week.
I like it.
All right.
All right, that's it for raviolis. That's it.
Okay.
Chose the raviolis. Chose the raviolis. Chose the raviolis.
George, how you doing? Are you still filtered?
Let me give this a try.
Okay.
All right.
Wait, we got to
Where
put.
is it? It's 250 pounds of lovable trouble named George. George, will you get out of my bed and go downstairs? It's George by George. You'll want to bring the whole family to see George.
All right. Now you can go on, George.
All right. So this is the old segment. 1-900, huh?
Oh,
yeah.
It's back. Yes.
6 Evil. See the terror in your local movie theater. Now hear the horror on your telephone.
Now, okay, I saw this in the theater, but what's great about this is the movie is 976 Evil, but the number is a 900 number.
Yeah, they couldn't even pay for a 976.
Horoscope. Eerie stories of horror and fright. Supernatural thrillers of evil in the night. The future was never so terrifying. Dial now. We dare you. $2 the first minute, 45 cents each additional minute. Children, get your parents' permission before you dial.
Is that from a movie?
Come on! Yeah, you've never heard of 976 Evil?
Oh no, I didn't realize that was a movie. Okay.
Yeah, not a great one.
Come on, mates, let's go. We're live on MTV. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh no, Johnny's dead.
No problem. Call 976-9300.
$2
Yeah, and I kind of look like David Lee Roth. Honest, dude. Give me a shot.
We know everything about every rocker from Elvis to Prince. Start a band, win records, rock and roll central. Wow! We're live on MTV.
Hey, I don't know what that was for.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
You call it, you explain why you want to be in a band?
But this is the still I'm glad I stopped on.
Yeah, me too.
This is a promo for a TV show that I don't even know if it lasted the season.
Want to laugh? Call me at 1-940-SMITH, and I'll tell you about my terrific new show, Mr. Smith. Cut. Is that sincere enough for you?
Things been going too well lately? Dial an insult. If you're ready to take it, we're ready to dish it out. Dial an insult. You deserve it.
This is it.
Say, Jack, is there a G up there?
The hottest new game in town where everyone's a winner for just 99 cents per minute.
I'd like to buy a vowel. Is there an A up there?
Prizes include new friends.
How about a B, Jack? Is there a B up there?
Meeting someone special, or just listening in on the fun. But you can't win if you don't play the game.
Is there another B? I won! 1-976-GABB. What did I win?
All right, so that's the joke.
Okay, got it.
Somebody with
Also,
a mustache?
I think in Wheel of Fortune, if you say B, they'll turn over both B's. You don't have to say
Right.
it twice.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot that strains credulity about this commercial.
Okay.
But Joe, I was inspired by your little news break earlier in the show. So check this out.
Teaching your children about sex. Story on Nightcast.
Sex.
She hangs on there for a really long
Yeah,
time.
no, she was waiting for the camera to cut away. But those four 900 and 976 numbers are the only new ones I've found in the last year and a half. I think we've exhausted it.
People have sent in a lot of different ones. I'm like, played that one, and but if you have one that we have not played, and you have to do a lot of digging about what George has in the archives, but email us. Let us know if you have a 900 or 976 commercial that we have not played.
George, I probably asked you this question a million times, but have you called any of the numbers? Do any of the numbers still work? Any of the 1-900 numbers? Is that still a thing?
Not anymore.
Is that still a thing, 1-900 numbers? Or is
think
that done?
It had like a moment, like an ironic return a few years ago, but I think the pandemic killed the last guy who knew how to do that.
Okay.
Set those up. So.
All right. Let's close out George. Excuse me.
With love from George.
We should add as a drop for Steve. Do we have the belch with the "excuse me"? Do we have that one from Kirk's 40th birthday?
No, let me work on it right now. I'll
Okay,
have it up at
all
the
right.
end of the show.
We should add that for any breathy burps that happen during the show.
Yeah, I didn't see that one coming.
Let's get into some nice things real quick, and then I'd like to see a jock sham from Steve. All right, George and I on Saturday went to Nancy Fest. That was Caitlin from Saturday Morning Cartoons was having a big celebration of the cartoon Nancy, and she did a play with Tom Gamble, who's a big Nancy collector.
I wanted to go, but
fantastic.
I couldn't make it.
It was so funny. It was so great. I don't know if George is if you're able to share anything, but I could share something. I think.
Give me a sec. You go.
All right. But yeah, so she was great. There's an exhibit of Nancy cartoons, which I wasn't that familiar with Nancy, but I got to say I'm a new fan because it's really funny. And, we're big fans of Johnny Ryan. He's done a lot of our art. And I gained a new appreciation for just how much Johnny Ryan was inspired, I'm sure, by Nancy and just like the classic gags. Because that was the author's Ernie Bushmiller, who wrote and drew the cartoon, was all about what's the simplest way to the gag. And so here's a little still of the play. Oops, did it not come through?
What are we?
All right, let me try that again. The play was great. It was well attended. It was sold out. That's the end. Tom Gamble.
How is Caitlin's acting?
Extremely good. And I talked
Really?
to her afterwards. I think because she teaches, you're kind of up in front of a group anyway.
Yeah.
And then at the beginning they had Nancy, the costume that I think George, you picked up with Caitlin somewhere in, where was this? New Jersey or something? Oh, is he not on?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
well, anyway,
he's full on What Are We right now?
New Jersey.
In New Jersey.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the actual costume, and I was like, "Who's inside of that?" I didn't realize, and then at the end, it was real. This is Caitlin's husband, Eric. I had no idea.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so it was super fun, and you can go see that exhibit through November in Columbus, Ohio, at the Billy Ireland Cartoon Library.
And also, she did that with Tom Gamble,
superb.
who's like, he's a comedy legend, comedy writing legend. Like, I see his name in every single credit.
Really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was extremely good and well done. So hopefully they do it again. Maybe they'll stage it again. But it was amazing. Just wanted to share that with people because I know people are big Caitlin fans here.
George, did you have something to show from it? Nope.
Oh, no.
All right. He's
Okay.
taking up two windows and he's not saying anything. So, real great use of George.
He's really throwing his weight around here.
Manitowoc, Wisconsin.
Oh. That's about right.
That was a nice use of Manitowoc there, Steve.
That's
nice
about
use
right.
of Manitowoc. Yeah, George is full on Manitowoc at this
Joe,
point.
did you have any nice things to
I do.
share?
Yeah. So you remember it had been, I don't know, in college we loved the commercial for Auto Glass Specialist. We're the guys with the little red trucks. We would always sing the song as "We're the guys with the little red dicks."
Yes.
And for a long time we've been looking for it. And then Scott and his wife found it a couple weeks ago, and we played it on the show.
Mhm.
Who sent? Somebody sent it to me. Another one recently said, "Hey, I found a little red dicks, a new little red dick." So we have a brand
second
new
one.
Yeah, brand new
Okay.
little red dicks just showed up. Here it is.
First major client presentation as a team, and we are way ahead of schedule.
Carol, Peter, Mr. Perry just...
What?
Wait, what?
What happened?
I don't know.
My hands were nowhere near it.
Okay, here, hold on.
6 o'clock.
I thought you said 7.
No, you said it was 7. I got the computer, you get the cords. How fast can you drive?
Drive what?
The company car.
Oh, I forgot about the windshield.
It's done. Come on, Speed Racer.
We come to you free, wherever you may be.
Auto Glass Specialists, we're the guys in the little red trucks.
Yep, there it is. We got 2. We had this major
Fantastic.
drought for 20 plus years. We had this
Yeah.
major drought. Now, just like that, we get 2 little red dicks back to back.
Wow.
What a time to be alive.
And we're asking for remixes of that, right? Of
Yeah.
Okay.
If
All right.
you're a Melinda mixer, do something fun with it.
Okay.
It's our favorite song. Little Red Dicks is fun to play around with. And,
Well, and we opened the Volume 10 show, which we only have a couple, maybe 3 more shows of, with the Jim's Coins commercial and then the remix that we did last year. So maybe it could be Autoglass Specialist remixes this year for Volume 11. You could be in the show.
We had a lot of good Bargain Bernie jingles too that I'm thinking we kicked off Volume 11 with.
That's true.
Do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, look who showed up. So nice of you to pop up. Yeah.
Oh,
No, we
can't hear him though.
now. Okay. All right.
All right. Let's
don't get used to it.
George is here in spirit.
Yeah.
All right. Any other nice things?
Oh yeah, I have one more nice thing. So Nate Truesdell, friend of the show, he's the director of Balloonfest. Remember Balloonfest, the Cleveland 1986? They launched all those balloons into the air, and then he put together this brilliant short documentary. It's like, I don't know, 8 minutes long, but he just uses old archival footage and news footage and public access footage and puts together this great story. I'll just show, if you haven't seen Balloonfest, I'll just show you a little bit of his footage.
4, 3, 2, 1. Here they go. Liftoff. Amazing.
And they broke like a record of
And the moon is up, and there they go, John.
Guinness didn't recognize it.
It's
Yeah,
completely
it's a
covering the
straight up
terminal
illusion.
tower.
An environmental disaster.
Ironically, that big balloon launch in Cleveland today is one of the things that's making this search so tough for the Coast Guard. Can you imagine trying to find somebody floating out here or even spotting a life jacket?
So it's like two guys went out and their boat capsized, and then they couldn't find it because there are too many balloons in the lake. I mean, you got to watch Balloonfest. It's brilliant. Well, he texted me today because
All these balloons on the water.
Because somebody just posted recently, I think it's from like Cleveland.com, the real story of Balloonfest 86. The title is "The Internet Lied to Us About Balloonfest 1986." So here's part of the video that they posted just the other day.
What happened at Cleveland's Balloonfest 86? Let's see what's on the internet. Nathan says it was more tragic than anyone could have imagined. Oh man. Wow, it looks like Balloonfest was a catastrophe. But here's what I can't figure out. Why didn't Cleveland's newspaper at the time mention any of this? Why, 37 years later, did the editor of that same newspaper tell me there was a bigger story here? It's what led me to interview the actual organizers of Balloonfest to fact-check the 5 most popular beliefs about the event. What I found makes me nervous.
This is 40 minutes long. It's like a real Woodward and Bernstein, all the president's men look at it. I started watching it. It's so boring. It's just these talking heads talking about Balloonfest. But this guy, he's on a mission to prove that Balloonfest was a success, or at least wasn't a disaster.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually pretty funny to like see the step. 40 minutes long. He sits down and edits this entire thing. Anyway, I think we got to have Nate back on to talk about it, and maybe if we can like amplify up this beef, because
well, yeah, maybe could make the real Balloonfest their answer video about all the things that are wrong with this new video.
Yeah, yeah.
And he interviews Talking Heads, Nick and Joe.
I like that this balloon launch to get Cleveland in the Guinness Book of World Records is like a Rashomon thing now, and everybody has a different interpretation of how the events went. So
also,
yeah.
I feel like Nate posted that like 5 or 6 years ago, and now the response video is coming back 5 years later. Maybe it took him 5 years to make this. Maybe this is a megalopolis.
It's 40 minutes. It's a passion project. So yeah.
All right,
Steve,
so
you had a nice thing.
Yes, I do. And I don't know who to thank, but somebody sent me this beautiful hat. It is the Portland Clam Bakes, which is the alter ego of the Portland Sea Dogs. So perfect, my size. I absolutely love the hat. Grew up going to Clam Bakes. So I have a feeling it was Glen F., but I have no proof about that. So just because he sent in a number of Maine jingles. And so this hat's from Maine, Portland,
That's
Maine.
a cool hat. I like that hat a lot. That's a good one.
I do too.
You want to, as long as we got you here, Steve, you want to rock a jock sham?
Let's do it.
It's a jock sham, jock sham, jock sham, jock sham. Boring you with a signature drawl. It's a jock sham, jock sham, jock sham, jock sham. This rap is done, now it's over to you.
So this, let me see if I can get myself up. One person. Going very well for me. This was sent in by Bat Prince, one of our favorite Australian viewers. And I think the way he summed it up is perfect. He said, I think this awkwardly sexual footballers commercial should make the cut one day. I couldn't agree more, Bat Prince. And here it is. Oh, I almost did it the wrong thing again. There it is. I'm living up to the bungalow.
How do you get worse at this? Somehow you get worse. Like we've been doing this for 6 years?
6 years.
You would think by now it would just be a well-oiled machine, but somehow, are you drunk?
No, but I feel like I have a lot of things to do behind the scenes that you're not seeing. So it's like
2 buttons you have to push. It's like 2 buttons you have to push.
2 buttons. Yep. Well,
Plus,
add a third.
You're nursing your baby this whole time too, right?
That's right. You can't see that, but I'm shaking a just off the camera.
Right.
All right. But anyway, without further ado, thank you, Bat Prince.
If you want to get into my jumper, you'd better get into Sports Power. If you want to get into my boots, you'd better get into Sports Power.
If you want to get into my... If you want the power to get into the real thing, get into Sports Power, the official AFL store.
Cheeky?
Yeah, I think they're being cheeky. If you want to get into my shorts.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I also think maybe a little bit of music, just something else to move it along, But yeah, they were just like, no music, no nothing. But yes.
That was cute. The word sweater or jumper for one of those woolly garments?
I'm a sweater guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jumper's kind of cute. I don't know. Neither of them. I guess sweater makes more sense because you sweat in those things, right?
Jumper's kind of Belle and Sebastian.
Yeah. Wait, the cartoon or the band?
Both. A little bit of both.
All right. Good jock sham, Steve, and thank you to Reese for that. Or Bat Prince, I mean, not Reese. Sorry.
We have 2 Australian viewers, and we know them both.
I constantly get them mixed up.
And they're great contributors.
They are.
All right, we got announcements to make. Rewindo, we got the 20th anniversary show. It's up. If you want to try out Rewindo, we update it weekly. It's updated all the time. We have new stuff coming in. I think I might put Grandpa Bowling Keep up there. I think that'd be a good home for it. Yeah, the whole tape, because we have Scrappy Rat mixtape up there. We have Bunyan Surgery up there. We have a lot of dumb stuff up there streaming. It's the Netflix. It's like Netflix, but with VHS stuff. Right now, That It Done will get you 50% off the first month. So if you want to try it out, type in all caps That It Done.
How do you spell that?
Yeah, it looks like That Dad Won. It's
okay.
That It Done. THATDADONE, and you get 50% off. So, and then watch all the stuff and then cancel it. I don't care. But
okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you go to rewindo.tv and you type in that. Is that the right?
Yep.
Did I spell it right?
Yep.
Okay.
That It Done. That Dad Won.
All right.
Let's see. Oh, hey, I had a question for Melinda's. Does anybody know how to do deep fakes? I got a project coming up.
Planning the next lawsuit.
Yeah.
All right. Is this the time you want somebody to do NFTs for us? Is this are we in that same?
Yeah, no, this is NFTs. We're not doing NFTs.
All right.
No, we're not going to do those. But
right.
deep fakes, very interested in. If
I
anybody
see.
knows, but for real, it's for like a real project.
Right.
And,
You're gonna make me do something, and yeah. All right.
I would know. I've never. Yeah, Joe at foundfootagefest.com or info at foundfootagefest. Let me know.
Well, I'm excited about on Patreon. If you're at the $10 level, not only does it help bring it home for us, but it also gives you access to a weekly bonus episode. We used to do a monthly. Now we've done them every week for probably 4 years now. And we're watching a second episode of the Chevy Chase Show, the notorious talk and short-lived talk show. I think it aired 6 weeks on Fox in 1993. And we watched a really uncomfortable interview with Kathleen Turner last week that needs to be seen to be believed. But I contend that this week's that we're going to watch on Thursday is the worst. It's Andrew Shue, who's on Melrose Place, and is Elizabeth Shue's brother. Is just a disaster on almost every level. So we're going to watch with Michael Streeter, who's a Chevy Chase Show expert. And
you almost changed my mind on this one, too. I was almost like, yeah, Andrew Shue might be worse. But I don't know, the Kathleen Turner one. Yeah, watch it. This show, Chevy Chase Show, it's what Nick and I watch on really long car rides. Like when we had to drive from Nashville to Kansas City, we watched like 3 Chevy Chase shows. It's my number one favorite. So
not by my choice, but yeah.
You didn't request it. Let me ask you this: remember how we made those sweat-stained Rocks-winning workout tank tops? Remember we made those? How many do you think we've sold so far?
I think my guess was. By the way, here's a reminder. It's just
wait. Nick, I have a little thing to play here, just for a reminder of.
Sure.
Here, let me just play this. So this is for people who don't know what I'm talking about, and why would you? Here's Rock's Winning Workout.
This is Rock's Winning Workout without weights, and it's a beginning exercise program, and my friend Czar is going to be the demonstrator, and we're going to go through this exercise routine, and you can follow along with this exercise routine. Now what we're going to do is we're going to have my friend...
So then the sweat stain there is what I'm focusing on here with the shirt. So we made Rock's Winning Workout without weights tank tops with the sweat stain included. And I think it's pretty accurate. I mean, we added the title on there, but if you see a side-by-side, the sweat stain is pretty accurate too. I think the sweat stain there is what the sweat stain looked like by the end of Rock's workout, because it extended a little bit more on the top part. So how many would you say that we've sold so far? We've had it on the market for about 2 or 3 weeks.
Zero.
We haven't sold any. Yep, you're 100% right. Yep. Can't imagine why. This is a T-shirt that's hard to explain. But here's what I'm thinking. I had an idea for this one. So why don't we do a raffle? Toss something in the hopper. Send us something. We'll put your envelope in the hopper. You'll win one of these. And here's what I'm thinking. I haven't asked him yet, but maybe we could get Czar to sign the sweat stain.
Sure, that'd be worth something.
So if you're into this raffle idea, send a letter with your address and your size of T-shirt to this address, and it has to be this entire thing. Otherwise, we'll throw it in the garbage. Mail it to Toss Me in the Hopper for the sweat stained tank top replica from Rock's Winning Workout Without Weights, hopefully signed by Czar on the sweat stain sweepstakes. And that's our address down there. You send it there. We put it in the hopper. And if we pull your name out of the hopper, then you win an autographed tank top signed by Czar, hopefully. But you'll definitely get the tank top.
Okay, great. And you know what? If you're writing us a letter, also let us know if you can do deep fakes. Two birds with one stone.
Okay, I think that's it.
That's it.
I think, yeah, we can be done.
Here's where we're going to go out, and I think I'm going to show more of this next week, unless we end up doing the comedy thing. Recreational knife throwing. I was watching this video while digitizing it today. It's great, but the credits are good. I thought we'd go out on the credits of recreational knife throwing. So
love it.
All right, and until next week, I'm using my new catchphrase, see you down the road to clowndom.
That's it. If we had been prepared, we could have done better.
Please check out Opinionated Lushes. My nose is full of yuck today.
I'm frozen.
Have it, you saw what the camera saw. In other words, don't be deceived. Evil communications corrupts good manners. See you next time.
When we return, Dr. Selner will complete the bunion surgery.
Yes, those are his pajamas he's wearing.
All right, I gotta go.
That's all. That's it.
Let me see that one.
Rocks are done. Gotta sleep. Bye.
That's it. That it done.
We did our best. If we'd been prepared, we could have done better.
What do you think about Bibra?
About what?
In 8.
My nose isn't for yuck anymore.
Ooh.
That's all I'm doing.
Cheerio.
Have a good day.
Sizzler. Tinkerbell.
We'll be right back right after that. Good luck from all of us at Hagen.
And Kurt Polstead, the real great guy.
Thank you very much for being here, and God bless you very much.
Nice, nice.
Goodbye.
Jim's coins in Hilldale.